This is going to be the final episode of how the Ashantis in Ghana mourn the dead. I've already shared what's done on Friday evening, Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon during the funeral. I'll link these videos in the description area for your reference. The family congregates at the deceased church on Saturday or Sunday after the funeral to thank God for a life well lived. In the case where the deceased was not a Christian, they either go to their individual churches or find a common church to attend. The church during these times are reminded of the mortality of man and urged to live Christ-like life. The church at this juncture selects one person to replace the dead. This practice is very common among the Orthodox churches. And so usually these persons do not go to church, but in the case where the person is already in another church, the person may not be bound, but then supports the church whenever they are in need. The family after service will go home to refresh themselves and their visitors. Between 1:30 and 2 p.m., the family sits again at the funeral grounds to receive donations. You may not find a Kete group at every Ashanti's funeral because of their charges. Every move or gesture from the dancers has its interpretation, and at a point they would be communicating with the drummers. On Sundays is usually by the town folks and few guests who for one or two reasons could not come the previous day, which is the Saturday. And so the donations do not come as much as it came in weight and also in numbers on Saturday. And so if it's a Saturday no way amba and I say ye na so I just say no waboka. Around 5:30 p.m., the widow or the widower is granted permission to leave. Then the whole gathering is dispersed at 6 p.m. The donation box is kept under the custody of the financier because it's said that he who pays the piper proposes the tune. Sadichi Dwada Abusuya Eshia Ebuka, the family meets for the financier to render account on the funeral. In the case where there is a profit, it will be set aside to cater for the 1-year anniversary. but where there is a loss, it used to be shared among members, but now it's usually borne by the financier or financiers, who are mostly the children of the deceased. Right after this exercise, a successor is selected to continue the legacy of the dead. In the olden days, the successors used to take charge of all properties of the dead, but for civilization, that is reduced now.
Ghana, Ashantis, Nebusia, Renidie, Yebebasu, Timin Kankan, Obey, 2015 April, Mammy would be. Obeso da Pawati, Obeku and him, what yes.
And until Odiadini, no, the successor would even inherit the respect that was used to be given the dead. Today, the successor gives the mantle to the eldest daughter if she is an adult. This for me is necessary because the other sibling, if any, would rather confide in the elder sister rather than an aunt who they might even not have any relationship with. I remember as a child, I used to hear people say Ofabewu Amamediade because the accounts are matrilineal. Yes, presently the nephew will succeed the uncle but will not take the properties. If there is no will, the properties will be shared with PNDC law 111. So it is not as before where everything goes to the nephew. And so right after the Odiadini is selected, she or he will be powdered. But if you can see, they have put a black cloth around her because they don't want the powder to stain the breezy, simply because you cannot wash breezy once it's washed aside or is spoiled. The female children on this day, if they are adults, will wear breezy. You dare not sweat so much whenever you wear breezy. This is how your whole body is gonna look like after taking the cloth down. Do you remember these items on the right? So that is what is being shared. Everyone will take a piece of toffee, matches, handkerchief to be evidence that yes, they attended the funeral. And after that, they will be fed as well. And a prayer will be said or a libation will be poured, and everyone will go to their respective homes. Before I will disperse you, let me ask, have you subscribed to the channel? If not, don't you like my personality? If you don't like what I do, please do not subscribe. But if you love what I do, kindly subscribe to be a part of this wonderful family, and you are not going to regret it. Until I grace your screens again, you know how I end. Whenever you say a prayer, don't forget to say one for me. And I leave you with the peace and the mercies of the Most High. Peace. Oya, say shalom and chop kiss. Bye-bye.